So here we are back with an update on my main Medaka breeding pond, and unfortunately I deleted some footage that I had made earlier of selecting these guys, but I'm going to show you how I picked some new fish to go in here. And as you can see, they are all doing quite well. I don't think there's any eggs in here because this is August 31st when I'm shooting this video, and fall has kind of come early around here. So let's check it out. Just since we got the camera running, there's some snail eggs. That's not what we want. I'm not seeing any Medaka eggs right now because we've had some cooler temperatures. It's already feeling like fall, so I think they're getting ready to do their fall thing. I don't see any of those guys carrying eggs. I do see some of my other ones in some other ponds that are still egging up, but these guys are all doing really well. They're all looking super healthy. The pond is looking great. My little bog filter is doing all right. I don't want too many plants growing up here. I got that Ludwigia one. I don't want too many plants close to the drain of it. It'll clog it up. I've had that happen already. See, we got a lot of cherry shrimp hanging out on that filter intake. They've been living and reproducing up here in this pond for several years now. I haven't added any in the last couple years, so they're just self-sustaining. But the Medaka are doing really well. They've grown a lot since I put them in here. For some reason, even though this is only about a 15 or 20 gallon pot that they're in, they grow super fast. I think it has to do with that bog filter and just the maturity of that pond. But I'm going to show you right now where I pulled some of these guys from and which ones I selected and why. You can see that they are all very platinum. They're all very uniform colored, and that's what I was looking for when I selected them. So where did I get them from? One of these guys came right out of here, which is a bunch of the offspring of my originals. Some of them are not breeding or turning out to be totally true to the platinum, so you got to really select those platinum ones out of there. Some of them are the golds, some of them are platinum, so I chose the best, brightest, biggest ones. I think I got 2 out of there. And if I back up here a little bit and go around some trees to my bigger pond, I took a couple out of here that were particularly nice specimens. And again, you can kind of see there's a nice one right there, but I took a couple out of here that were doing really well. And so here I am outside, and I've got my 3 prospects, or I have 3 prospects. And I put them out of my big pond because I forgot I had some nice platinums in here that were really sticking out from the rest of these guys. But I'm going to try to show you how I do this, and it's quite simple with the Medaka. They'll just swim right into the net. And then, let me see here, I can just come in and actually grab them out with my hands and put them in another thing. And they're totally fine. Easy way. Medaka are fun fish to work with. They're easy to work with. I had a little stash of guys in this indoor pond right here, but I did not find any that I thought were good enough for breeding. They're all pretty healthy, but they weren't particularly bright, so I figured I'd choose some better specimens. And I got one more little indoor Medaka stash, which is right over here in my little cube. And these guys are very nice, but they were a little bit too mature. They're a little bit old. Some of these guys have been around for a while, and so I think I'm just going to let them live their days out here. And I was able to select enough out of my other stash to get a good breeding group out there. So let's go back out there and look at those guys. My next line of sapphire Medaka are starting to grow out right here. I just hatched these out from some Japanese eggs, so we'll be talking about those in the future. But let's go check out these guys outside. So I'm gonna go back one more time and try to find some of that footage. I think I deleted it, of me selecting these guys and releasing them. But that's where they came from. They all came from my little stashes of several different generations, all coming back into where they came from originally. So I'll end up pulling this spawning mop. I'm just gonna pull it right now because there's no reason for it to be out here anymore this year. And then these guys will get to live the winter in peace out here. This little pond will freeze over for the most part, a couple, 3 times during the year. Freeze and thaw, but it will never freeze solid. And I have found over the past many years of raising these little things that they will be able to withstand it pretty normally. They'll become less active and they'll kind of hunker down in the bottom. Those plants will make it. I'm not sure about that Ludwigia right there, but the Java fern, the crested Java fern, and the normal kind, that might be the trident Java fern, I don't know. I throw all kinds of weird stuff out here. But whatever those Java ferns are, they've survived in there for several years and they keep reproducing. I've harvested a bunch of little pups off of them. You can actually see some of their offspring kind of right there, that rhizome growing out. Anyway, that's my main Medaka breeding tub, and it is separate from everything else. And that is what happened. I think those fish, really, I think something ate them this year, which is not unusual. I'm not that worried about it. They may have just gotten old and died, to be honest, because the only original one is that big one. The rest of these I have replaced out, but that big fat one right there is probably 4 years old. And that's pretty impressive. Man, at the shrimp in that joint. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this little garden bed off soon. I gotta get some more rocks and finish my border. But that's what's going on with my breed Medaka. I hope you guys got a little entertainment out of this. I'm not didn't have very much to say about this, and I do apologize for the extreme I can't even talk now. Half-assedness of losing some of my footage. That's no excuse. I'm a grown person. I can take care of something. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate everybody that subscribed, man. I would have quit making these videos if you guys hadn't encouraged me. So thanks to the community. I appreciate it. I'm learning stuff about these every day. These little fish are a lot of fun to breed. These little ponds are very cheap. They're very easy to put together. I've got a bunch of things I'm about to start doing on film, I guess, because people are watching it, which is cool. And I'll talk about some more things in the future, so stay tuned. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit of something. Medaka are really easy fish to keep. If you're wanting a little goldfish pond or something out by your house, think about one of these instead. Some other things I got going on. Wrapping up the summertime here, this Japanese maple is about to start turning colors. But this little dude is growing in some good moss. This is all aquarium substrate topped with some pea gravel. I was trying to get these reeds to grow, but they're struggling. Let me swing over here and see the Japanese style biotope. It's doing really well. I'll have another video update on it coming out soon. So stay tuned, everybody. I appreciate y'all watching. It's a whole lot of fun making these things and making these videos and talking about these little fish. I really love it. I hope y'all enjoy it. Have a good weekend.